Hi, this is Vicky from the Spellbound Bead Company, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this cute holly wreath napkin ring. So you're going to need some green pony bead mix, some red pony bead mix, some size 6 green seed beads, and some 0.5mm soft copper wire. We're using 1.5 meters per napkin ring, and we're working with the leaf green colourway. We're going to start by cutting the 1.5 meters into 2 pieces. So we're going to cut a 90cm length, and that's what we're going to use to start with. We're going to start by making the leaves. So to do this, we're going to thread on a size 6, then one of the green beads from the pony bead mix, another 6, another leaf, make sure we've got all the same colour, a 6, bead from the mix, 6, bead from the mix, 6, bead from the mix, and we're going to finish with a 6. Now we're finishing with the smaller beads because what this will do is it means that when you pull your beads around into the leaf shape, you can get in nice and tight to make the shape here. So what we're going to do is move those beads down so they're sitting in the middle of the wire, more or less. Pinch it together and then give it a couple of twists, and there's your first leaf made. And then we're going to work on one end of the wire then the other. So we'll open that up and we'll work on one end of the wire, and again we're going to need 6 of these, 2, 4, 6 and 5 of these. Let's pick a different colour. So that's 3, 4, 5. So if you're making a set of these napkin rings, it's worth pre-sorting all your mixes rather than doing it on the fly like I'm doing here, just to make sure that you've got enough sets. You can use them randomly if you prefer as well, but I think it just helps define the individual leaves better. So again, I'm alternating a size 6 seed bead with a pony bead. So 5 pony beads, 6 of the smaller ones. Bring that down to meet at the bottom. Don't want it all the way down. Round into a loop, and then I'm going to pinch and twist there, and then let's just make that a little bit better, a little bit neater. There we go. And then on the other end of the wire this time, we'll do the same again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a seed bead, and again bring them up, into a loop, pinch and twist. Now we've got our 3 leaves made, we're going to add the berries. So to do this, similar technique, we're just going to pick up one red bead and we're going to bring it down. Oops, oh, make that difficult. So it's a couple of centimetres above the edge of the leaf cluster. Fold the wire back round, and the same as we've just done with the leaf, you're going to pinch at the base and twist. I find it easy to twist the bead in your fingers and make the stamen there. So there's one, and then add a second berry. Oops. Here. And I'll pick up the second berry and twist. Twist. And then find the end of the wire and pick up a third berry. Oh, might be a tiny bit big, that one. Let's go for that one. Okay, and again fold this back round on itself and twist. Okay, and there you've got your completed leaf and berry cluster. So bring the two ends of the wire behind there, and now with the 60cm length of wire that we had, we're going to fold that in half like this, just in half, and then we're going to hook that over the centre of the leaf berry cluster that we've just made, roughly. So pull that down so it sits in nice and tight, and then we're going to have all 4 strands of wire running parallel behind. We're going to put 1 twist, 2 twists in there, so that holds everything together. And now what we're going to do is we're going to twist the length of the wire to make the actual napkin ring. This is where you could do with you having the napkin that you're going to use to hand, so that you can roll it up and judge roughly how long you want it to be. You don't want to over twist this wire. You don't want to twist the whole length of the wire, because that's going to be a little on the large side. So what we're going to do is we're going to pinch and twist here. Now the trick with this, as you're doing the length of the wire, is to be consistent with which way you turn it. Now if I pinch here and move this hand, all that you're going to twist is the bit between your 2 fingers. So it's a little bit awkward once you get past the end, but keep twisting and be consistent with which way you twist, because if you change the direction, it's going to A, be really obvious, and B, it's going to untwist what you've got here as well. So let's see. No, napkins are bigger than that. So again, pinch and twist. So I'm twisting my left hand towards me, my right hand away. Any people who do lots of wire work, look away now. Okay, and that's just coming undone there, so just make sure we put that back in and bring that round. And yes, that's going to be plenty big enough for our napkin this time. Okay, so bring that round into the circle, and what we're going to do then is just wrap all these ends of wire around the base of the cluster, so that we've got our nice napkin ring shape. Now if you want to, you can add a little name card placer, so you can just pop that in there with obviously the name on and do that. So if we want to do that, what we're going to do is with these ends of the wire, we're just going to make a loop that's about so big. It's about 20 mil or so, so about just under an inch, about 1/4 of an inch. And again, make that loop, and you've guessed it, pinch and twist. A couple of twists will just hold that in shape. And now what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the ends of these wire. Now we want to secure them, we don't want to just cut the wires off, because everything can start to come undone. So if we separate these out and twist one knot first, and what you want to do here is when you're wrapping around, make sure that the twist of the new wire you're wrapping over the top is sitting in the same direction. So twist and keep twisting and just wrap it around over the top. Oops, there we go. Now the first and the shorter end's done. There, just make sure it's nice and tucked in, so it's not going to catch. Use your fingernail. Just be careful if you're using pliers on here, because this is an enamelled wire. There is a risk that you can damage the coating. And then we can do this way, and this will help to make your ring into a nice tight form as well. So you don't want to be too, that's probably a little bit too tight with the wraps. You want them to be a little bit looser. So we'll just go round and round. And keep wrapping. and keep wrapping. Now if you do find you've got little ends of wire sticking up, you can just, as I say, gently squish them with a pair of pliers. Or the other thing you can do is just put a spot of clear nail varnish or PVA glue onto the end, and it will just make like a little ball and just form a little ball on the end of the wire and just protect it. So there we go. Now if your stamens are a little bit on the long side, you can just give them a tweak and pull them into the middle of the leaves if you want to. But there we have it. Holly leaf napkin rings.